Today, we're talking about the Ballr Pro, a true wildcard paddle that came out of nowhere. If you're looking for one of the best bangs for the buck right now, look no further. The spin numbers and the sweet spot on this paddle blew my mind for the price. In this video, we'll get into accurate spin results, sweet spot analysis, power rankings, and so much more. So without further ado, let's dink straight into it. The Ballr Pro is a paddle that truly specializes in control. One thing that really sets this paddle apart from the rest, aside from its incredible spin numbers for the price, is the long handle. The Ballr Pro has a handle length of 6 inches, along with an octagonal grip circumference of 4.5 inches. This is one of the longest handle lengths I've ever come across. The length of this handle really sets you up nicely for some incredible drives, two-handed backhands, and I think it's also a big reason for the high spin numbers as well. The Ballr Pro surface utilizes the highest quality Toray T700 raw carbon fiber for insane spin, control, and durability. This is a huge plus in my opinion, especially for the price. Coming in at only $99, this paddle is a freaking steal right now, especially given what you're receiving here tech-wise. And not only that, but you can use code STS PICKLEBALL and save an extra $10, making this paddle only 89 bucks. I have the code and links in the description down below. Literally $89 for a paddle that made it into my top 5 highest spinning paddles of 2023, along with a Toray T700 raw carbon fiber surface and an elongated handle for two-handed backhands. I mean, I don't really know what else you could even ask for. Guys, I am constantly, and when I say constantly, I mean constantly testing new paddles. And I only bring to the surface the best of the best. And honestly, the Ballr Pro really fits the parameters I look for in a great paddle. Spin ranking. So I ran a spin analysis on my high frame rate camera. I took the average RPM over 20 different serves in one session. All serves must land in the court and they must be legal serves. The new Ballr Pro came in at a whopping 2002 RPM. This absolutely blew my mind. For the price, this is honestly insane. I do think the longer handle has something to do with the incredible spin numbers and of course the high quality materials like Toray T700 Carbon Fiber, but dang, this is awesome to see. It's honestly just a breath of fresh air when a new paddle company comes into the space and actually cares about the paddle they're making. Comparing that to some more well-known paddles like the Yola Perseus at 1796 RPM and a price tag of $250, or the Selkirk Labs Project 003 at 1821 RPM and a price tag of $333, the spin numbers for the Ballr Pro easily puts it in the top tier of highest spinning paddles available right now, and at a fraction of the price of the competition. Insanity. Feel and soft game ranking. The feel of the Ballr Pro is super plush. This is a category where the Ballr Pro really shines. When dinking and dropping and even in resets, I felt a very linear consistency in my control game, which means to me that I didn't really feel like the power or pop was too hard to control in any scenario. I felt like what I put into the ball was what I got out of it control-wise, whereas some of the thermoform paddles these days can be a bit exponential, leading to some pop-ups or the ball coming off a little hotter than I expected. I really enjoyed dinking, resets, and I felt like I had a solid feel for the placement of my shots. So for this category, I gave the Ballr Pro an 8.3 out of 10. Comparing that to another top contender in the control category, we have the Rhombus R1.16 at 8.2 out of 10. And again, a more well-known paddle, the Yola Perseus coming in at 7.4 out of 10 for feel and soft game rankings. Power ranking. Power testing for me comes down to the feel of drives, serves, hand battles, and pop off the face. Pop being if the paddle was stationary and a ball flew into it, how far the ball would bounce off the stationary face. Power being when I'm driving the paddle into the ball, how hot it feels off the face when I'm applying my own force. So in my testing, I tested the power of this paddle doing tons of drives, serves, hand battles, and how easy or hard it was to reset the ball via the amount of pop I was feeling off the face. I'll tell you right now, this paddle's money. Money. In fact, well, you're saving money, but this paddle's awesome.
really like this paddle a lot right now. It's feeling really good.
After all this testing, I compiled a score of 8 for power and 7.1 for pop for the Ballr Pro. The Ballr Pro does feel like it has a nice blend of power and pop, specifically for a very control-oriented player. The long handle allows me to rip drives, and I've been practicing my two-handed backhand a lot more because of the handle length, which has been super fun. To compare the Ballr Pro to other paddles, the Gen 1 Raw Carbon Fiber Rhombus R1.16 comes in at 7.4 out of 10 for power and 6.8 out of 10 for pop. And I have the $333 Selkirk Project 003 at 6.9 out of 10 for power and 7.6 out of 10 for pop. Crazy. Sweet spot ranking. The sweet spot for the Ballr Pro feels surprisingly plush. The edges feel really solid and off-center shots feel less punishing to me than other paddles. I gave the Ballr Pro a solid 8 out of 10, which is honestly rather high. I'm pretty strict on my sweet spot rankings because it's something that's super important to me. For reference, I have the Rhombus R1.16 at 7.7 out of 10 and the Yola Perseus at 6.9 out of 10. Let's keep in mind the Yola Perseus is a $250 paddle. So when you can get a paddle like the Ballr Pro for 89 bucks after discount code, it kind of seems like a no-brainer. Smash that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.